Gamer Nation, this is the night shift reporting in. Yep, that's right, just a short break to be had there. We are back in the ESL Pro League Season 15 studio for Party Astronauts versus GODSENT. Big shout out to Trace, Yanko, and Kassad. My name is Parla, and I'm joined by Blair and Alan Hender off Tinder.
It's almost surprising I found the time to come off Tinder and here on the desk with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, we really appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time out of your busy schedule. Blair, how are you feeling, buddy?
I'm feeling fantastic. I had to actually swipe right on Alan just to message him because he wasn't replying back to my messages. And he's, oh, I got a match. I'm like, dude, we have a desk segment right
here. We go. Yeah, we've got the three of us back here, excited for this matchup. Let's start by setting the scene. So, GODSENT and Party Astronauts, both 0-2 in Group C. And as you can see on screen, in the current format of EPL, there has never been a team with 3 losses that has advanced from the group stages. So if we are to go by that, whoever loses this is not in a good position, Blair and Alan.
I mean, let's be real. Even the previous group, we saw FaZe win 3 games, and even then, we didn't know if they're going to make their way through till the very end of the result. So yeah, you kind of have to win maps and games to qualify, to make it through the groups.
You don't say.
There we go. 2 + 2, 4.
All right, guys, let's start breaking this down. If one of these teams needs to win, who do you think is most likely to do it?
It has to be GODSENT, right? Like they have been struggling quite a bit, losing Phelps, Henny coming in, who hasn't really, I'll be real, this is a pale shadow for the Henny of old. At the same time, that being said, you have to say for Party Astronauts, if there was ever a time, ever a chance for them to potentially take a win in this group, now is the time.
Yeah, and on the Henny front, as we're seeing here with the stats, it's been a pretty disappointing event so far, and for me, the standout one is 6 total opening kills in 5 maps played, and needless to say, that's pretty abysmal. On the one side, he's been a pretty kind of poor form individually, but I think also for the GODSENT team, they're playing a lot of very standard Counter-Strike, sitting back, not getting aggressive, and to be honest, this team has never had a primary AWP where they used to have a hybrid system of juggling it around. They're not used to having the setups, kind of the aggressions around Henny. Hopefully that's introduced down the line, but they need Henny back thick and fast.
We can even like highlight that with a couple of stats we're able to dig up, right? If you look at GODSENT's opening kills per round, they are the lowest, not just in their group, but in the entirety of ESL Pro League Season 15 thus far. Compounding that is also they have the lowest 4 versus 5 conversion rate, meaning if they lose an opening duel, they have only a 20% chance of winning a round. That goes to show the amount of impact Phelps had in this lineup, the amount of openings he was able to get for his team, being that aggressive rifler. And right now, unfortunately, Henny's not quite filling the shoes.
Guys, Party Astronauts, you know, we've seen them already. We know their story. For everybody at home, this is a team that's probably the biggest underdog, other than maybe looking for org across the entirety of ESL Pro League. If there was a chance they can win 1 map, maybe even a series, is it possible here?
It is possible. It's definitely possible. It depends on how the individuals are feeling. Because I won't lie, GODSENT right now, they look really discombobulated as a lineup, right? But if the individuals on the side of Party Astronauts, we saw Peter have some moments yesterday. We saw, even though it was a losing effort, we have John G starting to show what he can really deliver in the server as well. If all the individuals are feeling good, if the map pool kind of favors them, maybe you could see some magic in the server.
Yeah, make no mistake about it. This is absolutely their best chance to find a map, let alone a series win. And of course, week 1 with LFO, winning maps alone is a huge talking point, so much hype around the team. And for Party Astronauts, same position, Orgless, looking to just kind of make their name and be as big a brand as possible. Any good results here would be amazing. And obviously, here on the desk, we'd love them to win a map.
And you got to
wait, Blair, I have to cut you off, mate. I have to be the leader of the night shift here because we have an interview with John G from Party Astronauts ready.
Hey everybody, right now I'm joined by John G from Party Astronaut. John G, you gave me the best losers interview, so now I have high expectations for this interview. John G, I know there was a moment when you kind of left CS for Valorant. But I would want to know, are there any things that you kind of learned in that game that kind of helping you right now in CS?
The only thing I really learned from playing that game was just it reignited my love for this game and just made me remember why I played it and made the things I was getting frustrated about not be so bad. So I think that was the biggest takeaway. I didn't really learn much because the games are pretty similar in like the play style aspects. But yeah, it was just like reigniting my passion for the game and making me love it again.
So whenever something goes wrong, you're like, it could be worse. I could be playing Valorant.
Exactly. It could be worse, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, well, it's already the third day, and I'm sure that you are getting quite a lot of experience while playing here in the tournament and also screaming. What are the things that you actually really got to learn?
Just that we've been showing that when rounds get low in time, we don't have to like just freak out and just like do NA and just completely mess everything up. And like we showed it yesterday, we executed at like 15 seconds on overpass on B against Big, and we literally killed all the B players in like 2 seconds, and we planted with 4 seconds left. So it's pretty cool just to have that feeling, because in North America things don't happen like that. The round's typically done in like the first minute of the round. So just getting to play all these really good teams and just making sure we're not freaking out when things happen and just remaining calm and just playing our game.
Awesome. I want to see all of the changes today in the server against GODSENT.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Heku and Jonji, for that interview. I'd like to break down 2 things from that interview. Firstly, he said he has a reignited passion for CS. Can you see that on the server? He's had like 2 good maps, 2 not so good.
Yeah, in the server and outside of the server as well, right? Despite the 2 losses they've suffered thus far, you know, it was pretty convincing losses as well. They'll look to be in good spirits, right? There is no pressure on Party Astronauts. They have the stand-in coming instead of Viz in the form of Peter. They seem to be in good spirits. They're looking to just gain as much experience as possible. And as you alluded to right there, Paula, in the server, Jonji has looked spectacular thus far.
Yeah, and in terms of roles, Jonji, a very aggressive player, and he's certainly set up on this team to be the star of the squad. Always kind of in the middle of the map, getting aggressive with that utility, kind of entry fragging on Banana, in the middle on Ancient, as we're seeing just here. And certainly domestically looks brilliant. He has a 60% opening dual success rate, and that is absolutely bananas. Obviously, we wouldn't expect that to be translated here into top-level kind of European and international competition, but if there's anybody that can light up the server, if there's anybody we're looking to haul this team to a map and maybe even potentially a series win, it's got to be Jonji.
We have the veto coming up very shortly, but the second thing that I wanted to talk about, Jonji mentioned learning whilst being here at ESL Pro League. Is that going to be the main takeaway for Party Astronauts, that they came here for the experience and to grow? Blair, Allen?
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely has to be the main objective. But at the same time, I'm going to say, ironically speaking, I feel like going full NA in this particular matchup might actually work out for them.
Allen, do you agree? Full NA strats?
I'd love to see it. I'd love to just see them get even more aggressive and use players like Jonji and Pone alone. But getting here into the veto, no surprises. Veto perma, and that one goes out. GODSENT, they've got a 7-map pool, and they've said, we think Party Astronauts, they quite like an overpass. Let's get rid of it. And the nuke pick comes out, Blair. That looks like a punish pick to me.
Yeah, absolute punish pick coming in. I really thought GODSENT would probably take away Dust too, because Party Astronauts, the individuals at the very least, looked pretty cool on the map yesterday against the side of Big. But Ancient, the pick from GODSENT, we have Nuke coming in for Party Astronauts, a map that they do like to play. Albeit it's going to be against any EU team, I'd say it'd be pretty ballsy pick, so to speak. But against a GODSENT who is struggling, especially with that Phelps and Henny in this lineup, not really slotting in well. This could be, I like this pick from Party Astronauts.
Blair, you're absolutely right. GODSENT have definitely been struggling since the introduction of Henny. Nonetheless, how much still would it be a disappointment if they lost this match?
For GODSENT?
For GODSENT.
Oh, it would be massive, Matt. It would be such a soul-shattering experience, so to speak, for them, because, again, it's only Henny coming in, and the fact that we haven't seen even a glimmer of hope from this lineup, and if they're going to go out against Party Astronauts,
Allen,
that's a bummer.
I think Party Astronauts are going to win a map in this one. I'd love to see it. Please do it for us on the broadcast.
All right, everybody at home, definitely an interesting matchup. A lot to look out for. It's Party Astronauts versus GODSENT. Let's get this match underway.
Yes, we will. A lot to consider here as GODSENT face up against Party Astronauts. We're going to start on Nuke. Maui, how do you... I like that pre-game interview. Why did he make it sound like he'd come crawling out of the slums of North American Counter-Strike, trying to escape? Just happy to be here.
Just happy to be here. That, in NA, the rounds finish within a minute. He's not wrong. I'll say that. Jonji knows the scene incredibly well. The insides and the outsides.
Oh, well, speaking of inside, it's the A bomb site that's under attack. Lado, though, he lands a stray headshot to take down Peter. That's a little bit unfortunate. 4 and 5 now. Oh, and they're gonna go for the dive. It looked like they had the bomb site, but they've thrown us all for a loop. Now they're down below, and only Lado's kind of shown up here. This is gonna be very cool. What a weird twist.
That's a really interesting mid-round. Pwn alone, he's already up close by the ramp. Ben Lead and him will set up. Nice crossfire between the both of them, but it's about hitting the shots now. Ben Lead comes up with the kill onto Dumao. Still holds the line. There is a player approaching from the back lanes, and Taco finds Jonji. Now that means Ben will be crunched, and all up to DJ. 1-on-4, and Lato will find the frag. 1-0, and Henny gets the defuse. Henny, definitely a player that the desk has brought up with some question marks surrounding him.
They did. Not as hyped as you've been.
I've been hopeful. Haven't had too many reasons to get hyped about Henny, unfortunately. It's been rough for his incorporation into this team. But I do want to remark on one thing. If there were a map for party astronauts to win, it would be this. And you want to know why, Anders?
Go on, tell me.
I've played the core of this team, DJ, Pwn alone, and Ben Lee, on this map a few seasons ago in Premier Playoffs.
Yeah?
I don't know how many rounds my team got. 0.
Oh.
0. We got no rounds. They had a great CT side.
So basically...
They just need 1 on T.
If I'm getting this right, you're saying because they're so good, they managed to take you down.
Yes, yes. That's the way to look at this.
In light of that,
yeah,
they're obviously going to be winning this one.
Right, right.
I like it. Like a backhanded, like a complimenting yourself.
It's a self-deprecating fact.
Yeah.
It's a stat. Yeah.
I like it. Well, Jonji's gone down already. It's a bit of a shame in this round. But they're still pretty well equipped. They've managed to make their way down lower, which in itself is it's always a good start. Dumao playing. The door has been blown up.
Yeah.
How? Why?
Good. Different way to play it. It's just allows you some different options in terms of how you play around that lower site. It's usually you'll just see the player open it, but I suppose he likes the freedom of movement options and the way that it's now always open. So at this point, actually, an interesting thing is that the T's can't scale into control room without passing that opening.
Yeah, it'd be very annoying, I suppose, if you wanted to make a run past that. To 28 seconds. Party astronaut surely wondering where exactly are the remaining CTs here. We should have run into some of them at some point. They're finally going to do that. With Dumao taking down PTR. Pwn alone going to be dropping Dumao. And it doesn't really get better from here. Ben Lead on his own. 1 versus 4. Playing around a little bit with the door, but he's going to go down. Taco will pick him apart. And the threat from the early buy there in that second round doesn't really come into play. GODSENT now slight leader in their favor. Good stuff.
Well done by GODSENT. That was a very clean round by them. Not much more to really say about it. Good positioning by a couple of the players on the defense there. Good off angles being employed, and even a strong rotation by Taco. It wasn't just Dumao by his lonesome in that site. Taco came and helped out adequately. Another thing that's fun about this team, for Party Astronauts, Ben Lee won the first CSGO LAN I attended. Ben Lee won it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
where was that?
It was in Kansas. It was in Kansas, Wichita.
All right.
Yeah, I was in a team house in Oklahoma City, and what we were doing for like a team building experience in Premier was we wanted to go to a LAN, and Ben Lee won it with a guy that ended up being one of my teammates and a few other guys that have kind of been hanging around the Premier scene since then.
I think going to LANs like that is a real experience. Really worth doing if you
absolutely.
Yeah. So much fun. Even if you get crushed.
Well, yeah, we didn't get crushed by their team at that one, but online, a few seasons later, Premier Playoffs, they did the dirty to me.
All right. But you're over it now.
Yeah. Well, we're all in the same place. We all ended up at ESL Pro League.
There we go.
One way or another.
That's a wonderful story. I like that. 4th round. Pwn alone on the AWP and keeping it a bit more modest on the GODSENT side early on at least. Henny not yet picking anything up. He's got that Enforcer Y, switch it out. Oh, I like this. Very aggressive. Ponalone going to get that opening kill to take down Dumao, but Lado is quick on the return. So it is a 1-for-1 trade, and they nearly catch Lado. That was very, very tight. I don't even know that Henny's out here.
I'm not sure. There was a lot of utility headed the direction of Party Astronauts, so they've lost a lot of information, so they might have to assume the worst. They could assume multiple people are outside there at this point. But Henny backs on up. So both teams without too much information in at this juncture. And so Party Astronauts reroute themselves to the squeaky door, where they're met by Barton, but DJ finds the headshot.
Opening. They need a follow-up, though, and it's DJ again. Getting the trade on Lado, who swung for them with the FAMAS. 2 versus 3. Still got plenty of time on the clock. And they're calling a little bit of a slowdown here, looking for the next one. Taco, though, so confident. Huge double kill for him up on the high ground. And Ponalone down here. If he misses a shot, he is absolutely dead. Yeah, wanted to try and see if he could do it. Maybe he could escape down the vents, but he has got a 1 single point of health left. It's not looking good at the moment. Tries to see if he could get down there.
Oh.
Scary stuff, but maybe he get the bomb plant if he's really quick about it.
Yeah, should be able to find that. Ponalone, he's being chased right now. He's got the molly. That'll slow their approach. And he's already posted behind default. This is a good position for an Opper. Ponalone might be able to make this work. Now he knows the position of 1.
They have a Molotov on Henny. He's going to be really, really careful. Doors open, windows breaking, and he's surely hearing that, but waiting for it instead. Misses the first opportunity, and he's not going to get a second one. Taco instead with a triple, and that will be the round for GODSENT. Man, that actually looked doable.
If he hit that first shot, it was doable. That was very close for GODSENT there. But they escape. They're up 4-0 right now. And Party Astronauts, it felt like a lot of things were going right for them, but that rotation by Taco found a lot of value. Gets a couple kills, snipes him from the rafters, falls onto the site. But credit to Party Astronauts in keeping things competitive in terms of the trades. DJ did very well to find those as they were entering into that A site. And yeah, once Ponalone missed that first, never again was there an opportunity.
So establishing a bit of control early on here, GODSENT. They're going to be happy about that. Still forcing up into this round as much as they can with the Galils. Good opening. Jonji actually able to find that one through the smoke. But there's still a pretty big presence, and I think they've realized now, trying to see if they can flip the switch and run back towards the ramp instead. Not even sticking around to defend it. I think Bart's in there. He just said, all right, that's it. You can have it. Taco's down here as well. So they have a pretty solid defense. Oh, it's Taco actually, yeah, falling back. So looking for the opening, and he's going to get it. Taking down Ponalone. Lado at the back of the bomb site, and if he had more bullets, probably would have had the kill on DJ right then and there. Molotov. Yeah, it could force the kill. It could do something. Oh. Be able to get one of them at least, but I think GODSENT are happy with this beginning.
Absolutely. 5-0, and DJ did his best there. Nice molly, actually. I mean, in terms of what he could have done in that clutch, probably exercise his options to the utmost, but it does seem like there will be a break in play as the Party Astronauts do take a timeout. They've tried now early outside control, a faster A play, but GODSENT have done a great job stopping them.
Yeah, it's been a little bit rough. I mean, some of those, especially some of those early exchanges, I think it's all doable a couple of rounds for them. They've traded all right at the beginning. It kind of shows a little bit in GODSENT's economy as well. At least some of them are a little bit lower. That last round helped them out, but they've had some opportunities. Now, unfortunately, with no bomb plant, they're back to Tech9s on the T side. So they're gonna be put under some more pressure now.
With this much utility, though, it does seem like there's a set piece in mind for the Party Astronauts, and DJ gets down the vent. Okay, that's not a bad start. Actually, they get 2 players down the vent, but it looks like Taco's already in place. He's already at Emo on the site, and Jonji falls in the back hallway, and Taco right on the site takes down 2. That is very swift from Taco. No trades coming out from Party Astronauts, and now it feels like their chances in this round are dwindling.
I'm looking at Taco's aim right now, and it looks so mechanical. He just looks like he is in the zone right now.
Does look sharper today.
Yeah.
The way he's been taking down players has been very swift, good bullet management. Very rarely even having to spray. Yeah, it's been nice. It's been clean.
Do you know what the origin is of Party Astronauts as a name? We have a...
There was that Norwegian team that Rain and Vendetta were on in 2013 that shared the same name, and I would assume somebody on this team was a fan, but I couldn't tell you for certain.
Inspired. Okay.
Yeah.
Or maybe we can investigate and find out if it in fact has been stolen from the Norwegians.
Yeah, I think someone needs to get on the case.
Oh, Taco.
Oh, wow.
Pushing up. They actually had a real opening there. They could have maybe made something of it, but obviously getting shot at the back while it's all happening, not the greatest situation. Taco's 14-1.
Yeah.
That's pretty outrageous.
That's not too bad for the in-game leader of GODSENT.
I feel like now it's sort of starting to feel like GODSENT are just they're so confident in what they're doing, and we're like just halfway through the first half even.
Yeah.
They look like they just have no issues.
The communication seems very much so on point for GODSENT. Anytime there needs to be a rotation, it's exactly where it needs to be, and it's very swift at that. And Party Astronauts are playing with a lot of pace, so this is it's a good sign for GODSENT. Another fast round coming out from Party Astronauts. They're all over A at this point. Barton swings out, though, from heaven, takes down one, no trade, and Lado pushes through the smoke to take two. Jonji with the MAC-10 is able to respawn, but now it's just up to Ben Leet. 50 HP, Tech 9, not too many options. Dumao, he's towards lower right now, so if Ben wants to go down that vent, he will meet his demise.
Yeah, there doesn't really seem to be an escape. At least they didn't knife him. They
Yeah, make it civil.
had the courtesy.
Yeah.
8-0 in favor of GODSENT. This is a bit tough.
Yeah, it seems like Party Astronauts are running a lot of set pieces out of spawn, not too much defaulting going on. And for a team that considers themselves the underdog, that's not always a bad option. It's actually how
Fair, yeah.
Yeah, a few teams just want to play because eventually one of these plays simply should work. The flashes should catch somebody with a timing, a molly should force somebody out. Either way, it's not working. And Dumao, quick kill outside.
Still got Henny out here by the red container. Now with an AWP. Gonna start to fall back just slightly, so not gonna get found from the high ground. There's another 4-on-5. It looks like they're setting up a bit of a boost. Always good for 1 or 2 rounds on the CT side of this map.
Yep, very effective, especially if it's with a crossfire. It's almost that player on top is going to get 2 guaranteed. But Peter, he finds his first kill of the game on Henny, who was trying to approach through hut.
Oof, yeah, very hard. One of them playing anti-flash, one of them playing deep in that corner. It's really hard to swing against, and still feels like maybe Party Astronauts are going to end up in ramp, which would be really upsetting. 4-on-4 right now. Flash doesn't really do anything to them on that side. Clock slowly ticking down, and they're making their way here. They have a little bit of a chance, maybe, but yeah, Taco taking all of the attention away, and you're never going to be looking for that high ground. Good stuff on Dumao as well to follow it up. Ben Leet going to be going down last. So, 9-0. This is a round where they at least look like they slowed it down a little bit more after the initial engagement.
Yeah, they did. They did. Despite losing the opener, they were able to find a return frag, and in a 4-on-4, GODSENT gambled here. They set up 2 right here at ramp, and what the thing is that Party Astronauts actually had a free avenue into secret, into lower.
Yeah.
You'd never have guessed that. You would always think that somebody should have probably been holding that line, but it just wasn't the case. And GODSENT, despite the fact that they gambled it paid off for them. They got to be feeling pretty fortunate about that, or that, yeah, I mean, if you're on the Party Astronaut side, you might be thinking, how is this team in our head?
Yeah.
Why are they stacking that area? What was the gap on the map? There had to be one.
Another lack of a bomb plant. In fact, there's only been 2 bomb plants in these opening 9 rounds. So they're also lacking some of the cash to keep things going. Trying a little bit more for outside. They're running into Henny. Getting a chance to warm up his AWP. He's probably excited about that.
Yep. Henny has had a very rough start to his tenure on GODSENT, but Peter, okay. Finds an entry into lower, and that's a good smoke. Party Astronauts will be able to get that bomb planted. Looks like they're fanning out onto the site itself. Good Molotov as well. All right, this is the best position that Party Astronauts has been in thus far.
Yeah, it's a very scrappy round, just kind of forcing their way through the lower tunnels, but actually making it work. Swing here for Lado. Gonna be able to take down Ben Leet now. DJ and PTR are still left alive. And through that window, just at the edge of the smoke, it's PTR to find the kill. Oh, wall bang through, and Henny will not allow them to get the round here. Nice triple on him, and it's a 10-0 lead.
Yeah, he's lighting them up. Good utility from GODSENT on that retake. The control window smoke, and it looked like there was a smoke towards the door on top of that. These fast plays from Party Astronauts may net them an opening kill. It might net them a bomb plant, but it means that GODSENT have a lot of utility to work with on these retakes, and they're using it very well. It's clear that they have some of their procedures outlined. Actually, it was just the smoke at window. The control door one was the initial one to get onto the site. Party Astronauts threw themselves.
Frustrated at that round. I can't really blame them again. You're right, that was one of the better opportunities there for the T side to have an impact. 17-2 on Taco. He's got to keep going. I don't know what the current Pro League records are, but you know, might as well try and hit it when you're this far ahead, you know.
Try to set it.
Yeah.
Try to set it, Taco.
Don't die, just keep going.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I like this though.
Yeah, this is a good start for Party Astronauts. 3 down secret.
Dumao just getting into position, but can still be rough. Ben Leet with a nice opening to take down Dumao. That's everything they could have wanted right there. DJ trying to control it. He's pushed a little bit further forward than you sometimes see people play this. Sometimes people are going to play this more on the T side of this door, trying to get that shot. And yeah, he's kind of been revealed, so he'd rather fall back. I can't really blame him. But this surely is a 1 round for Party Astronauts.
This is the best round that they've had so far. This is an unlosable round, as a matter of fact, because GODSENT are saving. All right, Party Astronauts get their first one on the board. Off the back of an excellent entry from Ben Leet, and then a little Ponalone lurk on top of that to seal the deal. Ooh, Ponalone does get taken down, but okay, we have a game. I mean, Party Astronauts, if they want to be competitive in this, they got to look for all 5 in terms of the remaining rounds.
Yeah, without a doubt. A little bit more damage being dished out there. They're so rich on the GODSENT side that they don't even mind throwing away some rifles here. They're like, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, if they take down people from Party Astronauts, then that sets up the reset on the other foot.
12th round coming right up. This is a good shot to be hitting right there. Need to see more of that, definitely.
A little curious from GODSENT to let that sort of round happen, but we're already into the next. Ponalone goes for the door peek. No opportunity presents itself. And now he's smoked off of the angle entirely.
Lado taking up position in the back of that bomb site behind the vent. Pretty commonly Molotov if people try and go for it. They're really far back on the map. It looks like they've given up on some of the really faster aggression they were trying earlier. It didn't really work out for them either, so it makes sense. They have that smoke wall outside. And so far, it's not really moving the defense around all that much. Ooh, maybe even a gap in it there.
Yeah, that's not good. But Taco, this angle is so powerful. It's almost always good for 1, just an excellent off angle. But the flashes might make this difficult on him. In fact, he gets 2 from it, and he wants to hold his ground. 3 from Taco. 22 kills. Dumao now sets up the crossfire with him, and it looks like they're going to go for the double peek together. Dumao strikes first. Taco still holding this angle. And he goes for 4. All 4 of his kills from on top of that box. That's funny. That's funny. He is so confident right now.
Yeah, it's almost a flex, isn't it? That you stick around, you're like, I'm gonna come back and see if I can play the whole round.
Usually the way this spot works is you get one, maybe you spray down the second, and you're either traded by that point or you just fall back onto the ramp and play back.
Yeah.
But you don't usually just play on the railing and jump back up. That's the humor in it.
You like to see it.
Just subverting expectations. Usually the defensive player in Taco, known, in fact, for staying alive for so long, allowing those rotations from his SK LG lineups, but now he's just doing it all on his own.
Yeah, all grown up. 23-3.
All grown up.
So he's got more kills than the entire Party Astronauts lineup right now.
Oh, you had to do the math.
Listen, the math was so easy, even I could do it.
It's right there. It's right there. All right.
It's pretty rough.
Yeah.
The one-man army that is Taco right now. Ooh, smoked off again. Bit of an interesting one-way here for Dumao. Yeah, John G, I think understandably thinking this is a little bit suspect.
Yep.
Ooh, had the right idea. That's some good thinking from John G.
Yeah, he's seen that before. There's still a reason that Party Astronauts picked this as their map pick. They've seen a couple of the tricks. They're just being outclassed in other ways.
And he wanted to move forward. He was punished, I think, from PTR here earlier.
Yep.
Trying to do something like this. So, yeah, and he's actually on the other side. So it could be a little bit of a repeat, maybe. Under a minute now. Just tick past that. Ooh, missed the
jiggle.
What? That wasn't even a Penny. What are you doing? That's so quick. DJ now on his own. I actually have to see that in slow motion because I think my eyes are just not quick enough to even understand what happened.
I need it. I need it.
How?
I said day one, Henny was my favorite player.
I don't actually.
Okay.
I don't actually see the scoping. Like
the jiggle works for Ben Leet here.
Yeah. So Henny's 100% dead, right? It's over.
He should. Yeah, but he jumps around 28 HP. That's actually a quick scope somehow.
No, like it's that one you saw.
Yeah. I mean, it's like the tick rate. The tick that the scope comes out is when he shoots that. It's like a frame perfect quick scope, essentially. Okay.
So stupid.
Man, I need more of that so badly. So badly. As the flagship member of the Henny fan club. I think I've left that club, honestly. I was in it once.
Oh, man.
Okay, tough situation for Party Astronauts, but Ponalone looking straight up. Takes down Barton. Might be the only frag that Party Astronauts find in this round, but it was a cool one at that, and GODSENT are able to convert. Just a solid defense all through and through for GODSENT on that A site.
Think about, so we're playing on 120 tick servers, which means every second, the server will receive an update from all the clients, like 120 times in that 1 second.
Right.
So I think so for him to get that basically an invisible quick scope you cannot see. It's like it just has to hit like basically one out of those 128 ticks, like just absolutely perfect. It's so ridiculous. Like even the lineup for it is like
yeah. I mean, it's why every Monacy shot looks like he's not even on them though.
Yeah.
Like he does the fastest flicks to make those things happen and make us all say this kid is so fast every single round.
So ridiculous, isn't that? Well, Zano going down. Ben Lee's been getting some openings here and there. He's got 4 kills overall, but at least I think 2 or 3 of those have been to open up some of these rounds, which is pretty important.
John G just heard the scope, actually, and that's why we see Ponalone backing off the angle. And John G's slotted himself into heaven. This is another solid opportunity for Party Astronauts. If they want to get a second round here, this has got to be a conversion. John G's going to be good for the kill on a Barton. That's a free A bomb site, as a matter of fact. Henny's actually pushed out of the locker room, though. Tags Ponalone, but John G is there to save the day. Another nice kill from John G. And now GODSENT, they don't actually have a way back into this round. They've got a player towards lower. And Taco, he's pushed up. What? Oh, no way. Dumao hits this timing. No way. 3-on-1, though. Oh, man. Dumao with the one tap onto John G. 2-on-1 situation. Peter and DJ, they're scrambling to assemble a crossfire here. And Dumao, he might be the one that takes it apart. Oh, he's pressuring, but DJ is there to save the day.
That is way too close, but they got the job done. 13-2 at the end. We'll see if they could do a bit more on the CT side, Party Astronauts, when we come back after the break.
Hey Future Pros! Back on Nuke this time with a nifty smoke from Frozen that will give you a cheeky one-way for outside. To throw this smoke, get into the corner next to this door at main. Aim along this line in the middle between this dot and this vertical line while crouched. Then simply stand up and jump on the smoke. It takes a little while for the smoke to land, so don't expect it to be there before an outside rush could come in. But it's good to stall out the T's and gain some extra control. If anyone is foolish enough to walk by, they are easy pickings. There is another way to throw the smoke, maybe a lesson for another time.
It's looking dire for America in this one, Anders, but some people consider Brazil to be part of the Americas group. So what say you? Is Brazil part of the Americas? I sprung this one on you.
I feel like that is the most incredible North American cope, is basically saying, guess what, guys? North America is simply bigger than we thought. Actually, in some ways, could incorporate, like, even much of Europe. Just, you know, it's all the same.
It's all about perspective.
Yeah.
It's all about perspective. But yeah, Party Astronauts, they're down right now, 13-2. It's not looking too pretty for them, but this is their map pick. So if they wanted to put up a good fight here on Nuke, this is their chance to show it.
I think what we're really learning, Maui, once again, is that South America, best America. I'm just...
All right, I'm taking my mic off.
It's a
solo cast now.
It's a classic lesson playing Counter-Strike that we've had to learn over and over again.
That is true. I can't even argue with it.
Oh, man.
Brazil 2 majors, NA 1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is true, but surely not forever.
Two major victories in the server.
Yeah. Whew. Henny finding Pwn alone. I like that move from Pwn alone, though. That's especially the pistol round. That could have got so much done. Got caught, fair enough, but I like the attempt of it anyway. Henny making a run outside, not even afraid to make any steps. Could have almost got sideswiped there, but he comes back. Oh, wow, he's taken up the aggression. Well, they know where one of them is. Jonji's kind of a little bit locked into this corner. 30 seconds on the clock for GODSENT, so eventually they're going to have to make their move.
Yeah, it's getting low on time, actually. Oh, Ben Lee caught out by Henny. And Henny, he's just vicious with this. He's just attacking him head on. DJ does get a kill towards inner, as does Jonji, and it looks like the primary fight has commenced towards that A site. Henny does win his, but Lado, he's here stuck at the door, and he's taken down. Now, the guy that was causing such a ruckus towards outside has to do it all. Oh, Jonji with the knife! Down 13-2, he pulls that out. Oh, man. All right, if there's something that Party Astronauts can be happy about, that's gonna be it.
Yeah, that feels good. He actually stabbed him in the smoke. Oh, great stuff. Great way. That's a little bit of redemption, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a highlight for Jonji. Oh, nice shot by DJ there.
Yeah. That actually worked real well. All right, a little bit labored on that first one, and he's like, you know what?
We actually ran out of bullet. Oh, he had one left. So why not pull out the knife?
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, good nade. Okay. Down to 57. Gotta get through this one, Party Astronauts, if you want to have any chance of mounting the comeback.
Yeah, you have to probably recover just a lot of lost confidence even from that first half, right? So going on a huge run here could do it. But just winning a couple of rounds probably might not be enough. Dumao nearly dead. Oh, there we go. DJ timing the bullets just right.
Oh, okay. Jonji turns away at the split second. Barton peeks him. 4-on-4, and now GODSENT have recovered a weapon. So they're just holding their ground. They're not sure just yet where they want to approach. Okay, DJ takes down Lado, and it is the A split, but DJ has already scaled out on the rafters. He's sniping him down. Taco's still lurking towards outside at present, and he's got a lot of time to work with. This could be very frustrating for Party Astronauts if he gets a couple of kills here.
Good recovery, though. It looked for a minute like maybe GODSENT could have made their way out there and maybe taken over and put the bomb down in that A bomb site. But they managed to get control of the situation. Taco goes down. And it is going to be a good round. They only lose Jonji in that one. 13-4. Nice step in the right direction here.
This is a round where Party Astronauts can exhale, as GODSENT won't be buying much of anything in it. Yeah, looks like we've still got some more Counter-Strike to play as Party Astronauts begin to shoot back.
Yeah, curious to see what the CT side is going to be like, because they definitely got blown up on that first half and couldn't really find any kind of footing, but maybe there's a chance for a bit of second half redemption here, especially with the weapons and the money going the way that it is. It's a little bit of a shooting gallery. I don't know who's winning this fight right now. I feel like
the viewers.
Is he just toying with him? Dumao's like,
oh God. Oh no. Uh-oh. 3-on-3. Ben Lee makes a nice proactive play into lobby. I don't think GODSENT will expect this. But Lado's already made it down the ramp.
Yeah, surely.
Oh, man.
He can't see this coming, can he? Ooh, he did spot it out. That was actually almost happening. 50 seconds, 2-on-2.
Yeah, anything possible. Taco, he takes it down. There's so much misdirection in this round from GODSENT. They're all over the place. This has got to be a little bit frustrating for the Party Astronaut players because they get a kill on a player coming out the door, but little do they know, Taco's sneaking the bomb towards lower. Digits are being punched in, and DJ and Ben Lee will have to combine forces in order to take him down and find the defuse.
Just a deagle. He could go, I think, find an MP9 up there. He has got a Molotov as well. And they do have a smoke on the other side, so if he's a little bit too quick with it, they could just put it out and ignore the fact that there's a Molotov in play. But if they use the smoke beforehand, it could be a bit different. We'll see. Yeah, smoke on top of the bomb. That's a good start. And with a Deagle on the other side, I think it's going to be real tough. And nice swing there for DJ. Good stuff. Good handle in that 1 versus 2. And it's a 5th round on the board.
Doesn't bode well for Party Astronauts that it took them 3 casualties to close that one out. But we'll say that they're still in it. But that plant also from Taco is a really nice sneak. It allows them a lot more in terms of utility for this round. Best weaponry they can buy. And this did get worrisome for a few moments. Definitely making Party Astronauts sweat. GODSENT, they've got a lot of skill on this roster. That's been something that the desk has been saying from day one here in this group.
Yeah.
And they showed it in that round.
Yeah, a lot of names that we've been sort of cycling through a bunch of them. I mean, Taco's been playing really well, but I think that's not necessarily a surprise. But Lado seems to be taking up a good secondary position. Otherwise, a lot of the conversation has been around Barton as well. He's been impressing people. So, yeah, it's kind of everyone's having a little bit of a time in the spotlight, it feels like, for the last couple of days when GODSENT have been playing.
And Dubao's been their highest rated player for the last few months, too. So, oh, nice spray down from Jonji. Does a lot of damage. Would have loved that second kill on a Barton, but Snade gets close, but not quite going to finish the frag off. So an interesting state for GODSENT. They've got 1 player towards Secret. Ponalone was still prodding towards outside, but the rest of GODSENT are falling on back. Not too interested in what Ponalone has to offer. Oh, tagged him through the box, actually.
Did some good damage, yeah. Has to escape. Clock is running a bit low right now for GODSENT. 30 seconds. That must surely be a failed Molotov.
Yeah, they just failed that, and now their hand is forced towards A. They pretty much have to go there.
Okay, nice shot up on the high ground. This is a bit, yeah, I don't think they can breach this really. Up on the hut as well. Ben lead, and Henny is on his own. 1 versus 3 is going to be found. Okay, that is super important. They get to keep the double up alive. They pick up an AK-47. 13-6, slow progress.
That was a really shaky round from GODSENT. It did start with Jonji finding that 1-for-1, but at the same time, it felt like the miss Molotov and the lack of a clear conversion or route to conversion it's a bit concerning. So we'll see if they can clean things up as we move on forward. And the thing is, GODSENT do have enough money for another purchase here.
Yeah, something to look for. Henny creeping around trying to not get spotted in case anyone was down there. Ponalone is miles away with that AWP. Obviously, the wall of smokes here will make his job a little bit tricky if they wanted to walk past, but if they decide to just swing for it, he's in a pretty good spot. Oh. Okay. Do a little bit of damage. That's not bad, actually.
That's pretty good. It's almost 100 damage right there. Split between 2 people, of course. Jonji rotates on in at lower. Doesn't favor his chances of going through the control window just yet, but at the same time, there's a hut push coming out. Taco, the lobby lurker, has potential to seal this round with a couple of frags, but he's still biding his time as the rest of his teammates set up for what should be an attempt at a B hit.
It's, I don't know. Oh, they're all over the place. Ben lead out in the open. If they pop open those doors when you're on the back of the rafters down below, it could get really uncomfortable. 30 seconds now on the clock, and they are starting to constrict on this bomb site. They're getting close. Taco's still upstairs by the door or towards lobby. They're going to have to make their play right now, GODSENT. Some smokes to try and open it up. 20 seconds now. Jonji surely wondering, where are they?
Oh.
This is nowhere to be found. He's going to have a chance to reload now. Henny will find him, though. Nice spray on that headshot. 10 seconds now, and it's a 3-on-4. They're going to get the bomb plant at the very least. DJ goes down. Barton headshot right as the smoke was fading, and now it's a 3-on-3.
And the double op for Party Astronauts. This is a very tough retake. It might even be hard to justify it. Flash comes out. Scaling is Ben Leet, gets the kill onto Henny. That'll open up some doors. Now Ponalone takes down Barton, and Ponalone gets Lado as well. That was a tough retake to put together for Party Astronauts, but that opener from Ben Leet was pivotal.
Yeah, okay.
That's an interesting pose.
Yeah.
It's almost like some kind of abstract art just sitting on water.
Paint be like one of your French girls.
Yeah, exactly.
Way
to put it.
I actually can't believe that this whole round is so confusing. GODSENT waited forever and ever down below, and I mean, the fact that they even got into this 3-on-3 with the bomb plant and everything else maybe was a bit unlikely to begin with.
That's nice for Ponalone.
13-7. It's a 6-round gap. They're starting to make their way back, slowly but surely.
It's becoming believable. That's how I'll put it. I'm not there yet. I'm not convinced it's happening. Party Astronauts got to continue to prove themselves. But they're making strides. They're making some headway. Death set it up. This is the map. This is the series where Party Astronauts should feel like they have the best opportunity to at least draw some blood here at ESL Pro League. GODSENT, not the strongest of opponents in this group, so Party Astronauts also, on top of that, should have a little bit of domestic familiarity. GODSENT frequently playing in the NA region for different events.
Yeah, that's an interesting point to bring up, because that really can make some of these matchups very, very different when you have some preconceived idea of what's happening on the other side. Even with Henny in the mix, it should still be something that they can maybe recognize.
Yeah, you'd really never know. That's why you see teams like Na'Vi just randomly getting upset in just about every Eastern European qualifier.
Yeah,
some teams just know Na'Vi better than even the other Tier 1 teams.
Wow. Could be setting up for some interesting Molotovs coming through, or at least one of them. Henny and Taco are all the way over by the secret stairs. So they have pretty wide control of the map right now, GODSENT. But they do need something a little bit more. Molotov is down. They're going to create some space, trying to see if they can maybe run down lower. Yep, PTR was looking...
Oh, they can come down vent.
Yeah, they can indeed. Henny is taking down PTR, and they're going to go straight for a bomb plant here. Someone doesn't take down Taco, and that bomb gets dropped. It's going to be a very hard retake. I actually have no idea how you're going to do that with 3 people in lobby.
This is so weird. Henny and Taco are down lower right now, and if DJ and Ponalone speed up, there's a chance that they can find a window, but Ponalone, oh, he gets taken down. The extra reinforcements are here for GODSENT, and DJ's only able to find a kill on one of them. Just leaves Jonji, and he is quickly dealt with. That was a interesting round from GODSENT. A few layers to that approach. I do think that they wanted to come down the vent at one point in it, but without the smokes to cover that, they knew that they would have just been walking right into Ben Leet's crosshair.
And I mean, even the initial fake towards the A-bomb site, it creates a little bit of space, a little bit of confusion in the vent down there. You could see, I think PTR was actually worried about someone dropping in the vent behind him as well. So he was kind of like maneuvering all over the place just based on that. 14-7. And they're pretty much out of money. They're forcing up into this round, trying to see if they could maybe push this a little bit further forward.
Still a long way to go for Party Astronauts, but GODSENT, they're right there on the precipice of taking map 1, and Party Astronauts pick away from them. Really scrappy buy coming out for PA. Ponalone does have his favorite weapon in the op, but man, it's not looking pretty for the other players. 2.57s, Deagle, a mag 7 for PTR. It's cool to have PTR as a personality back, but I feel like this guy's had 1 foot in, 1 foot out for a while now. It's cool to see that he's it seems like he's succeeding at poker from what I've gathered from Twitter.
Is that what he's doing now?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. That's that is a connection with North American Counter-Strike that has a long history of switching from
Jaguar.
Yeah, switching from and probably many more.
Even Fatality did it.
Yeah,
that's not CS, but for NA FPS. Yeah.
Super interesting. Have you ever played any poker on any level?
Yeah. I've played a handful of tournaments, gone to casinos and played some.
There we go.
Was playing during that online era, well before I was 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have to watch out. We could lose you as well to that hole.
I'm not going to incriminate myself. Oh yeah, about that. Right. Yeah, some back alleys in Manhattan. You know, just doing it. And some guy's got a broken beer bottle next to him. You don't know what's going to happen at any given moment.
Yo, but that is exciting. High stakes poker, in other words. 14-7. It's a 22nd round. Ponalone taking up a really advanced position. Again, one of these positions where you can't really scope and unscope here because it's going to give the game away. So just have to hold and wait, and he's going to be rewarded for it. Barton goes down.
Oh, they spammed DJ down to half HP. I'm not sure if they're aware of that. They probably heard the tag, and Ponalone actually swung out. Not sure if something forced his hand, but he did have the op, so probably just looking for some kind of pick.
Yeah, I think that even makes sense. Like, that's the only weapon they have, right? He wants to be proactive with it.
Yeah.
It does cost him this time. Can they not pick it up? Oh, it's lost all the way back there.
They don't have a smoke for the door either. Man, Taco, 27 kills. He can hit 30 right here. Entering out first. Ben leads right there around the corner. There's Taco for 28. He's moving on out. DJ's right there and doesn't have enough bullets to connect, but Henny takes him down. 2-on-2 situation. They might not know about Peter, though. He's so close in the hut already.
Yeah, he's actually here much quicker than I think they are expecting. Oh, misses a bit of a chance, maybe. He still gets the kill on Lado. Nice headshot from Henny. 11 seconds now. And is he stuck? I don't know if he can get out. Oh, Henny. Cold calling that one.
Clotheslined him at that. Henny, nice shot there with the rifle. But GODSENT put themselves on a map point, 15-7 here.
He knew exactly what he was doing. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna aim. You're gonna walk into this shot.
Ah, that's how it happened. All right. Yeah, that was well played by Henny. I think it was Cold Zera that said, if you're in this kind of situation, they'll always swing. The person that feels more pressure, they're the one that's gonna swing. He didn't put it in words as nice as that, actually. But
as a concept, yeah?
Yeah, as a concept. As a concept. And Henny, he held his nerve. He felt less pressure in that moment. That's what that indicates. According to Cold's philosophy.
Listen, I could believe that. I would trust Cold on that one. We need heart rate monitors to, you know.
Yes.
Have the science behind it.
Yeah, whoever's BPM is higher, they're the one that's going to swing.
15-7. They don't really have any money to make this work. GODSENT, again, happy to wait around and see if there's going to be a reaction from the CT side.
Just using utility to try to flush out some of the common spots. GODSENT being very methodical about their approach onto A. It looks like they might want to go for some wall smokes late, actually. This is going to be the standard wall. And they're even throwing the close one. This is a little late. This is a little later than most teams would want to throw these sort of cross smokes. If you want to get down at this time, you have to start running, and then the rotations will come in from the CTs. So I think the audible here has to be to go through mini. You just simply don't have the time to go to lower.
Yeah, you are, and you're exactly right. That's what they're going to try and do. They run into Junji. It's a pretty good kill, but just so many people coming in. Oh, PTR coming through. Huge double kill with a pistol on his own. And now it's a 2-on-3, 15 seconds. Bomb in mini right now. And they're going to get almost, that is scary. 10 seconds, though. The bomb is committed to this position, and he is going to go down to mag 7 with a double kill. And it's another round.
Party Astronauts just making the scoreline respectable at the moment, getting ever closer. And GODSENT, the timing on that just made the play simply a little too obvious for an experienced nuke team. Which Party Astronauts, despite the fact that this looks a little grim for them, they should know the timings on these kinds of things. That they surely can't come down secret with 20 seconds left. You just don't have enough time to clear anything. So good read to find those 5-7 kills. And it extends play.
Gives them some money to work with finally again. They've been struggling on that front. GODSENT look to be speeding it up, but they're running into Ben Lead, and he's taken down 2 already. A no-scope from Ponalone and a follow-up shot as well to take down Dumao. All right, crushing them, in fact, in this round.
Not bad.
15-9. This, I know it just doesn't feel that way because it's been pretty dominant for GODSENT, but from a scoreline perspective, this is doable. They can actually get to overtime.
Yeah, on a map like Nuke especially. Given the fact that it's Party Astronauts map pick, can't really count that out. Even though they are the heavy underdogs, you're picking this map because you want to be in this sort of situation where you're comfortable playing from this sort of deficit. So, oh, maybe GODSENT getting a little clammy there. They should feel at ease, though. They should feel confident. This game has gone very well for them thus far. Another A exec coming out. Ben Leet, only good for one. Now Henny, nice shot onto DJ.
Yeah, that is a crazy one. 3 versus 4 now. Putting up that outside smoke to try and create a bit of coverage as you're coming up from that ledge so that you don't get shot straight in the face. Bomb is much delayed. Barton is the one who's got it, but he's kind of low on health and underneath that balcony. He doesn't really necessarily just want to go straight for the bomb plant. Buying a lot of time.
Oh, Peter got team flashed on that one. Oh, good timing on the Jonji swing, but it's just a 1-for-1.
Wow, that is dangerous. They're trying to see if they can make it work. Peter out on the other side. Lado gets the one deagle kill there, and Peter's now, he's stuck out here. He can't really escape. It's a nice headshot, but Lado will take him down, and it's a 16-9 as GODSENT win the opening map on Nuke. Oh, man. I thought maybe they could have kept going there, Party Astronauts, but not meant to be.
That was very close, and unfortunately it was very close for Taco in terms of reaching 30. One frag away, 29 kills, but that is a great showing from GODSENT there, taking away Party Astronauts map pick. And we're going to get to hear from GODSENT. Heku, she's there with the scoop. What's up, Heku? How's it going? How you doing, Heku?
Yeah, we're gonna hear it from Taco. Taco, can you explain the numbers that we just saw on the server? Like, what happened? Do we need to check your PC?
Vaco is back. No, I had a good game. I was really focused the city side. Nuke is a map that we've been working on, even though we are struggling a little bit, and I'm starting to feel confident again on it. So it's just a matter of working hard and fixing the mistakes and playing better.
I mean, so far it seems like you don't have too many problems when it comes to the city side because you managed to get 13 rounds. The T side is probably the part that you need to work the most, right?
Yeah, we are trying to adapt everything that we have with to Henny. He was, I mean, he had to do Phelps roles for most of the strats we have, so it's a little bit complicated right now. And also, T-side Nuke is never easy, especially when you lose the piece around. So all good. It was all under all control. We didn't think that we would lose or something like that. The spirit was really high, and yeah, we won the first map. I'm happy.
I mean, yeah, you won the first map, but right now you're gonna play Ancient, and I'm not sure like how exactly good you're in this map because you managed to win against Movistar right as an Ancient, but then yesterday you lost to Liquid with a 16-4 scoreline. So how good is going to be Ancient today?
Yeah, if you analyze Ancient, the Ancient that we played against Liquid yesterday, the result didn't show how the map was exactly. To be honest, I think we had a lot of chances to make a lot of to win a lot of rounds on T side, and we just threw away those chances, and that's the result of throwing away chances. So all good. Like I said, Ancient is a map that we feel really confident on. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's our pick, and we are confident on it.
And it's gonna be a 2-0, right?
I hope so. Let's
I hope so. Okay, thank you very much. I'm not delaying you any longer. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Yeah, I've seen him. I'm going for this. There it is. There it is. It's taken a while.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, straight into a Goomba as well. Oh my lord. I see one guy over here is coming for the drop. I'm just gonna go.
Push late.
One more behind. Towards the tree. Go ahead. Sorry if I bumped you.
Go and screw it.
Alright, I see the last guy.
Enemy remaining.
Oh dear. I'm on a tree. Oh, dude, this is good. No. I got him.
I still got 3 breaches here. Ah, nice.
4 enemies remaining.
One below me in the town. That guy was about to bump down. Oh. Oh. Yeah, one in the road here, Freshie. I might go for this.
Nice.
Oh, the poor guy, man. I was trying to bump mines at it.
There's no need to go begin. I don't comprehend and I do not pretend, cause when I'm coming is to win. From the back roads to back streets, I see you foes trying to trap me, but I don't run like a track meet, even though I'm #1 like an athlete. And the way I maneuver around you and through you, I'm coming and I'm bound to pursue you. I'm everything that you knew of, plus more. What's in store is I'm about to get to you. Sleepless nights, better think this twice before you step to me and come and speak with strife.
Their palms were sweaty, knees weak, arms were heavy. Party astronauts did not have control of hell a single time when GODSENT had heaven.
Now we're night shifting.
Look, I don't know if that's analytically correct, everybody at home, but all I mean to imply is that GODSENT had a storming CT half, 13-2 to be correct. It definitely helped them pull out the dub 16-9 over the Party astronauts.
I'm not getting paid enough to deal with this, Paolo. All right, jokes aside, that was fantastic right now. Unfortunately for Party Astronauts, that was their one chance, one opportunity to take that map victory. Unfortunately, it didn't quite pan out, right? Taco, he said it. Vaco's back, baby. You know, God forgives, Taco doesn't. Really popping off. That being said, from Party Astronauts, honestly, considering it's a map pick, considering they knew or they assumed they're going to be starting on the T side, I really saw a lack of any execute, so to speak. We saw some outside smokes coming out. There are massive gaps. They're getting punished by GODSENT. So, yeah, sure, they were able to string a few rounds together on the CD side, but when you only have 2 to work with Alan, it's just not good enough.
Yeah, and as you kind of pointing out there, kind of a little bit of lack of cohesion and giving up a lot of opening frags to this GODSENT side. And the man of the hour is Taco here. And it's not normal that you see the ramp player top fragging on the map on Nuke. But what can I say, Parla? Taco 2 majors, Party Astronaut 0 majors.
Yo, Taco went absolutely off. Alan, do you know Ainsley Harriott from the UK, the celebrity chef?
Yes.
Maybe a bit before your time, but you're saying yes. That taco was hot and spicy. Yeah, boy.
Ready, steady, cook.
Steady cook. Absolutely. Let's move into our aim high head-to-head. We've got Taco on the left, averaging almost 110 ADR. And then we have DJ on the right for Party Astronauts. Blair, DJ was doing his part, but I guess it just wasn't enough this time.
Yeah, he was doing his part. Like, you know, he's getting some kills here and there. I feel like Jonji, especially on the T side, you expect more from him as the opening fragger, trying to get those opening picks. But he was getting shut down time and time again, seemingly by everyone, right? We even saw Henny have his moments. He had his moments. It's good to see some signs of life in Henny in the server. But for me, Taco, man, the way he played that ramp position, even though there were mistakes being made by the side of Party Astronauts, that was some clinical, smart, you know, heads up, ballsy CD side hold coming out from him. Just great work from Taco.
Yeah, I think it has to be mentioned, though, going into that second half, for me, GODSENT looked pretty flustered. A lot of the executes were not perfect. They were continually hitting the A bomb sign. It felt like when they tried to slow down and string out the rounds, more of those mistakes come in. And of course, we heard in the interview Taco saying that given the lack of time to practice, it's just been a case of Henny taking all of Phelps' roles. And obviously, that's not going to be conducive to an aggressive AWPer. So there are a few teething problems, but CT side was good. T-side, bit of work for me still to be done.
Taco also mentioned to Heku that they've been actively working on Nuke. Do you think that showed over the course of this map?
In all honesty, I feel like on a CD side, they didn't do anything too crazy. It was more like they just, like, Taco was fantastic with the ramp area. They were being very heads up. They were really asphyxiating Party Astronauts, not really allowing them much room. You saw, I think it was Dumao pushing towards outside with the AK-47, taking his duels. And look, end of the day, Counter-Strike, it's also about popping heads. And they were popping some heads very convincingly, right? And it wasn't anything too elaborate. As you pointed out, a lot of work still remains to be done, as Taco mentioned in the interview. But that being said, they finally get a map win here against a team they really should be getting a win on, and hopefully it leads to better things as they, you know, delve deeper into the group stage.
Yeah, I think we have to mention as well, of course, it's not the highest caliber of competition, but Henny looks a little bit more activated here, a bit more on the move when we've seen in other maps. Very static, very kind of standard play. So Henny looking better, and hopefully that continues throughout the rest of the group stage.
Guys, we have a minute left. Up next, it's Ancient. How do you think this map is going to play out? Me, personally, I can't see GODSENT losing it.
Oh, they should be losing this one. And I think Taco nailed it, because this is something we mentioned on the desk as well when they played in the last time. I do believe it was against Liquid, although it was a 16-4 or 16-5 scoreline. The scoreline really didn't represent how close that game was. There could have easily been a number of rounds swinging the way of GODSENT. They could have made it a much more respectable scoreline. They also took down Movistar Riders on that very map, where we know Movistar Riders are very, very good on. So 100% this should be a 2-0.
Yeah, not to mention that now they can review yesterday's game, clean up a few of those mistakes. And the one thing, I guess, in the Party Astronauts camp is they get to start on CT side. It's massively kind of overpowered. So maybe they can claw out a few rounds parlor, but unfortunately, I think we're set for the 2-0 for GODSENT.
Yes, we will have to wait and see. Everybody at home, do not worry. It's coming up shortly. Map 2 between Party Astronauts and GODSENT. It's Ancient.
Love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Choose nades, choose a smoke, choose a flashbang. Choose team badges to support your favourite CSGO team. Choose an ESEA Premium membership. Choose routes you know bring in wins. Choose pro video tips. Choose the fan club wars. Choose behind the scenes content. Choose good grades. Choose guns you know you can shoot right. Choose bingo. Choose the equipment you know is going to get your team the win thanks to heat maps. Choose the CSGO Hub Premium, the complete package to help you and your squad achieve all your CSGO goals.
What's up, guys? I'm currently sat next to Bartin, Taco, and Lato. We've got Damao and Phelps next door, and it's time for some hard-hitting journalism. Tell me anything interesting about Damao.
He forgot his backpack on Starbucks.
Okay, we got it.
But he didn't know. We tried to give him tips, like I was, guys, make sure you have your passports and wallets and backpacks.
And he still didn't realise.
Yeah, he didn't realize.
How does it feel to rely on your team to survive each day?
Yeah? I can see his face. He likes to punch tables, I mean, not in a negative
Punch
way.
tables?
But in a positive way. Let's go!
Okay, you're constantly punching things.
And glass tables.
Did he actually punch a glass table?
We have glass tables in our gaming house.
Okay, especially glass tables. Why do you do this? What's the first thing that comes to mind that's odd about Phelps?
He's too quiet.
You know exactly how this game works. It's creepy and is scaring Bartin. No, actually, let's not make it Bartin, let's make it Damao, because they're sitting next to each other. Yeah, it's creepy.
You are a genius, pal.
Yeah. Are you hiding something from us?
He's really, really aggressive player.
Your strategy revolves around aggression.
When will you stop pressing W?
Yeah, when will you stop pressing? There we go. Perfect. Guys, let's head next door and see what's up. Alex.
Yes.
Some great questions here. I think both players should be pretty worried.
Okay, any first victims you'd recommend?
I would go with Damao first, yeah.
All right. Damao, yesterday your team had to save you because you'd forgotten your backpack. How does it feel as the baby of the group that just turned 18 to rely on your team to survive each day?
I mean, it's hard for them, but they make my life easier, you know?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you pay them back with frags?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a two-way relationship.
Exactly, yeah, it's like a team, you know?
You take, you give.
Yeah, exactly.
You're constantly punching things, especially glass tables. That sounds dangerous. Why do you do this?
I need to give the energy for my teammates. So if the table is like a glass, I need to punch.
So, Phelps, you're too quiet. It's creepy. And Taco says it scares Damao. Are you hiding something from us?
No. Trust me.
No?
No.
Not a dark past we need to know about?
I'm focal, guys, right?
Focus.
Yeah. That's why I'm so quiet. But I don't have that dark past or something.
You're not going to tell us where the bodies are buried, Phelps?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Phelps, all of your strategies for us revolve around aggression and rushing B. When will you stop holding W?
Because I'm the only aggressive player this team, right? So I try to create a strat for these things going to...
Liar.
No. That's the new culture, right?
Yeah.
So we need to create a strat for do this thing aggressive a little bit.
Okay, good answer. Well, I actually feel like I've learned something. Thanks for your questions as well.
Welcome back. Second map is coming right up, and it is between Party Astronauts and GODSENT. We're going to be on Ancient, and they really worked out the way that the Party Astronauts wanted on Nuke with that opening map. They did end up losing it, tried to make a little bit of a comeback at the end, but now it could get even worse from here, couldn't it, Maui?
This is a map that GODSENT have already proven themselves in terms of the style that they play. Even though we watched them the other day, Anders, and saw that they didn't acquire too many rounds against Liquid, the style and the ideas behind their plays, they were good. They were in a lot of positions to succeed, and if they can bring that against a team like Party Astronauts, they've already shown that in terms of skill, they're outmatching the North American squad.
Yeah, they're doing. They did a lot of work on Nuke. It did look like it was really hard for them to stay in the game. So we'll see if anything will be different. We've got 2 sets of dualies in play on the CT side. Always exciting. A lot of pistols. And everyone grouping up in those A hallways on the T side. So it's going to be super explosive. DJ will probably be, I guess, the first point of contact. Kind of hard for him to hold.
Yeah, even if he comes up with one, he'll be doing a good job, and if he manages to stay alive. It's a shame we won't see the dually setup actually accomplish anything in cave, but either way, GODSENT, they're feeling this out, and it looks like they want to run a quick hit right out the gates. Nades are there for the back of sight. Ben Leeds looking for some spam through the smoke. There's that first point of contact in DJ, but oh no, there's a team flash. He's forced off of the angle and can't find anything just yet.
Almost getting the shot. Yeah, shooting him in the back. That could have worked out, but Pwn alone showing up, and it's back into a 3-on-3. John G eventually goes down. Dualies are still in play. No bomb plant yet. A lot of confusion in this round. You're right, that team flash did make things a bit awkward. Now they've punched a hole through, and they're going to be running to the B bomb site. This
is smart.
It's a very exotic game that we're witnessing here already, and catching DJ. Oh, God.
Oh, man, this is a really cool mid-round from GODSENT for a pistol round. To just push through, recognizing the opening. And now Peter, it's him against the world, and Henny makes it very quick.
It's the classic split through A to B play that we all know.
Yeah. Around the world, but through the world, actually. Yeah. Through the Earth's core, actually. So, cool little adjustment from GODSENT to recognize the openings. That usually means that there's some good communication going on, and despite the fact that they're heavily favored in this matchup, Party Astronauts, the big underdogs, they're keeping things composed and making sure that they're finding the right avenue for success.
Force. Double max 7. Oh man. So what? Double max 7, double deagle, and an MP9.
Party Astronauts have made similar buys work in the past. Maybe they are using these buys a little more frequently than other teams, given their economic state. But we'll see if they're able to find anything. GODSENT are just propping themselves up in a pretty standard default. It's a little disconnected. There's a couple vulnerabilities in this, as in Barton being all by himself at A, and Taco sort of prodding that Tetris front cave area by himself. But now he has company.
DJ could make one hell of a highlight reel if he sticks around and they actually come from. Ooh, but he loses just a bit of patience there. Would have been fun if he could have stuck around in that slightly off corner. Under 40 seconds though.
And GODSENT are considering the reroute. In fact, they're throwing a fake towards B, and they're making their way through Donut. It is pulling a rotation in Pwn alone. Oh no, that was probably one of the only opportunities. And now Bentley, he's the only one there. Pwn alone, he's trying to get back into the bomb site, but Taco is already right there. And this is a round for GODSENT.
Yeah,
all through it. Yep.
That's everything you want when you're sort of feeling that out. Just show themselves in cave, followed up with some grenades a little bit later. It probably feels on the CT side like, yeah, this is the execute they're coming. There's also, when there's not that much time left on the clock, you're just so incentivized to overreact to stuff that's happening when you're on the CT side. You think, oh, this is it. They got to be all in here.
There's got to be something said about the ancient games we've seen so far at ESL Pro League, where the amount of times that a team can fake out B with having cave control, throw some nades towards B, and then just immediately jump down through middle, run through donut to A. It's happened more than a couple times now, and that seems to be a play that's common in a lot of playbooks. It does seem to be a pretty effective fake. We saw Liquid do it earlier today, in fact.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I think you could, if you took a little ruler out and measured the distance between that outside of cave area and through donut into the A-bomb site and try to match it up versus a similar flight path from, let's say, top banana to quad corner on an Inferno, that is such a longer road to
right. Yeah.
Like so that just makes it very, very different.
In a lot of ways, Ancient feels like a map that's condensed. It's very small. That's why teams are pretty comfortable not doing too much on the T side for first 45 to a minute in the round, because it doesn't take very long to reclaim that space, and it also allows for a lot of rotations. If you have the front of cave, if you have lane, it means that you can do a lot very quickly, and GODSENT recognized that.
Flash setting up, double peek coming out. Oh, but that flashbang doesn't go quite deep enough. And Lado could see everything. He's going to be happy to get both those kills.
Yeah, just a little high, a little off the mark. But GODSENT are pressuring A right now, and there is a player here. Nice dink found, but that's it. Nothing to get too worked up over in this one. DJ still has Mag 7. Not the fight for a Mag 7.
No, not really. Yeah, he's kind of locked in. Assume eventually they're gonna find a way. They might be bored, so just have to go look for him. Got too close, maybe. No, Taco jumping around the corner did take a lot of damage for it. So a nice 3-0 lead for GODSENT here to start off the second map with.
And that'll lead us to the first gun round for Party Astronauts. PTR will be equipping the AWP. It seems like the rest of the players will have strong weaponry on top of that.
Would you say to be a party astronaut, is it enough that you're an astronaut and you just party down on Earth, or do you have to go into space to fulfill that?
But what else does an astronaut do when he's on Earth other than party? His job's in space, so anytime back on Earth, he should be just letting loose.
Living it up.
Yeah, live it up. I mean, it's probably one of the best things to open a date with, that I am an astronaut.
That's gotta sell pretty well.
Just an ultimate pickup line right there.
So you're making a case that all astronauts are party astronauts, basically.
It's by the nature of the job.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Nicely done, John G. Following it up, smoke there as well. Will provide a lot more space. They lose Pwn alone in the meantime. Still a 4-on-3, and a little bit of damage been taken. Barton goes down next, so pretty good hold right now on the CT side. You love to see that. Jumping over, though, that is devastating, and Peter unable to get it. Oh, they've lost track of where the T's are. Henny snuck into the backline there, taking down DJ. That's super unfortunate. 45-second now. They control the bomb, but they're also kind of boxed in here. It's not a super comfortable position. They have a Molotov, they have an HE. They could actually do a lot of damage if they find some of those nades.
Oh, that's a nice smoke. Good timing from Ben Leet there. That'll slow GODSENT down. 30 seconds remain. But like you said, they do have a molly. In the final plan that GODSENT put together in this round, they definitely are going to be using that. Would expect it to go towards the right side. Sail it on over where Henny's aiming right now. Yep, right there. And now you've segmented these players. You can push on forward. Forces the hand of Ben Leet, but he actually comes up with 2.
Georgie's so happy that it worked out that way. I bet he did not want to swing with that low health. No. All right, first round of the board.
You can see some of the mechanics from John G right there. That little jiggle double dink, it's pretty nice. The second kill especially.
Yeah.
That's swift. Yeah, that's swift. It's not too bad. So, Party Astronauts get around on the board very early on, but they got to keep it up. Ancient is all about keeping that CT pressure on, that momentum.
Yeah, especially when you're just getting your economy started. So, is it going to be a bit quicker this time? It looked like they wanted to. The flash not really working out. Pizza, the second one, maybe a little bit there, but he's still able to get the kills. No problem. 2-on-3 now. Henny working the other side of the map. And at least they haven't lost the bomb this time, so they could do something.
Why does Taco have a Glock? Wait, all he has is a Glock. What? Okay, all right. There was a gun down. That was weird. But either way, Henny's on the bomb site right now. This is an interesting position. Oh, and that's a swift shot. Ben Leet taken down. John G, he's quick here on long, though. Oh, he just made a step, though. Henny heard that. Now he's keyed in onto the angle, and Henny, he just wants to keep on pushing forward. But his teammate's Molly forces him off.
Yeah, he would have kept going, I think. He wanted to hunt it down, jumping back around that totem pole. Oh, what a flick. Henny he's starting to get warmed up. Triple in the round for him so far. The PTR on his own. FAMAS in hand. He sees the gun barrel, but it doesn't matter. Henny will take him down. Quad kill. That's the kind of confidence you win if that can happen more in the future. That's gonna make a difference for GODSENT for sure.
Yeah, that's the Henny that you really have to be afraid of if you're looking at GODSENT like an underdog, say a month from now. Because this team is still getting warmed up. They clearly don't have all their plays set. Even in that post-game interview, Taco even said to Heku that just Henny just has to play the roles Phelps does. And you couldn't have picked a player that's more diametrically opposed in terms of play style. Like Henny is, generally speaking, he can be a flashy upper, but he's actually a more passive one in a lot of rounds. And for him to have to play what is essentially the aggro pressure lurker role that Phelps filled, that's not in his nature. That's going to lead to some rough patches early on, some growing pains.
Yeah, we've seen that already, but when he's in the zone, it does look really, really cool. He's 11-1 right now, so he's doing most of the lifting on the GODSENT side. Even worse, though, for Party Astronauts. Talking about that economy, we were just saying that's what they need to keep going. Nice flash to try and retake middle and Taco. That's too much to handle, even with the AK in hand. So no one's picked it up yet for the CT side. A little bit of a shame, but they managed to do some damage at the very least. They've lost the B bomb side, though, and it should probably be a bomb plant here.
Yeah. Lado clearing up that long side, already getting into the back lanes. Oh, it's pretty low though. Okay, Jonji finds the return, but not too much to work with if you're Party Astronauts. Henny once again around default. Just saw him succeed in this position this time though. Jonji finds the kill. Dumao still in a very advantageous position, but now that he's given it up, there's a smoke on the bomb, but no, GODSENT, they've got it under wraps.
Especially without the kit. It's just so tricky to get that 10-second defuse away. But this was a kind of a sloppy round coming out from GODSENT. Probably could have handled this a lot better.
It does feel like they're disrespecting their opponents in some ways. The way that Barton just ran out of A main and looked for a spray fight into the bomb site. That's definitely not how they drilled that sort of play. It does feel like they're just taking some individual liberties and maybe just trying to stat pad here and there, which it can get you into trouble if you're GODSENT, but at this point, they've already got 5 rounds on the T side. They've been convincing in the rounds that they have been trying in, so they probably can turn it up at any given point. But it's about staying focused here and making sure these rounds stay clean.
And who can blame a Counter-Strike player for wanting to pad their stats a little bit?
Right. It's all people talk about, as a matter of fact.
We've all fallen into that trap.
Yeah. More kills equals better player. That's generally the general sentiment in the community.
Yeah. The worst takeaway.
There's very few exceptions to that.
PTR's got the right idea. Barton, he bait out the shot. Oh, okay, that looked like that could have actually connected. Not a bad speed behind that flick. Mid control, though, solidly in favor of GODSENT right now, so they could do a lot with it. Yeah, setting up, waiting for it. Ooh, that is some close timing, but it's actually going to be PTR to pick up the kill on Dumao instead. That's interesting. Taco going down, and that drops the bomb. Great work.
The donut holes between PTR and Jonji have both been strong. Ponalone chimes in. And wow, okay. 5 alive, not even a single point of damage inflicted. That's a very clean round for Party Astronauts.
Well done. 5-2. The fact that they don't lose anyone and don't even take a single point of damage, and it almost feels like at the end that last swing against Henny, because he's been playing that corner the whole time. He's basically been hanging out here. They're like, yeah, let's go find Henny outside of the B-bomb side.
Yeah, that's actually exactly what Taco was talking about. Taking up Phelps' role, that is exactly where Phelps was a lot of the time for this team. Frequently the man that had to take over Cave. It's just, well, this time he's all the way towards A main. They swap things up. I actually like that sort of calling on the fly from Taco. It just, you do want to put some pressure on Cave, and if Henny's the one tasked with it, it might take a little bit longer than some other players would. It's not in his nature to do it as quickly. Okay, they got a flash. Looks like they want to burst through this.
Ooh, counter grenade right on top. Man, that does a lot of damage. Flashbang at least lets them out for a minute. Jonji's sticking around out there. Molotov will force him back, and yeah, I don't know about this. That push from Ben Lead makes a lot more sense if Jonji can still stick around on the other side. He's kind of close by, so maybe it's still doable. They've got DJ and Ben Lead and Ponalone in the middle. They actually have a pretty good setup for defending this B-bomb side, or even better, maybe going for a quick flank while the hit is coming.
Yeah, the retake potential is very strong with what Party Astronauts are doing. See if the site hold is enough, though. DJ tucked in the pocket. Ben Lee on the long side. And, okay, Jonji, that might have been a little bit early on the swing. Doesn't really change what's going on.
Look at the time.
Yeah, wait a second. They need to go, GODSENT. They still have smokes, but they got to go right now.
You're a little bit late on it. Yeah, this could be a disaster. DJ back here. That smoke probably revealing that someone's surely there because they threw a Molotov. No, they don't even check it. Oh no, 10 seconds. Ponalone gonna pick up a kill. The bomb is being planted right now, but it's a 3-on-3. And defense may be looking a little bit better than maybe you would have thought at first here. GODSENT not allowing themselves very much time to do much of anything. Ponalone and PTR. Double AWP retake. What is going on? They just face straight up at PTR. It's a quad calling it. Quad kill at the end.
Oh man, what? Oh man, Peter just takes down everybody, including his teammate. All right. That was an interesting attempt at a solution for getting that default player out. I'm a little bit confused by GODSENT's thought process there. Want to just go for the jump wide swing, but either way, they left themselves so little time in this round. I'm shocked that that's their option, and Henny goes for the swing, and it's almost like he wanted to get Dumao out of default, but it could have been a double swing, but either way, that's not an easy retake with a double op setup. And
yeah.
Okay, wait a second. Taco just killed Jonji at the top of mid in a split second.
Boom, yeah, instantly. Oh, trying to see if they get out. Missed opportunity. If they get the bomb down really quickly, they're controlling Donut. They can get there and get the bomb down without Ponalone being able to stop them. That's going to be really frustrating. DJ, though, is pushing T-spawn and can wrap around, which that might provide a great opening to begin the retake with, although he's already been spotted. Henny goes down either way. Smoke is on Taco. He's walking through middle. He could go for a secondary flank, so who knows how this is going to turn out.
Oh, the timing is perfect from Taco there, right when Ponalone turned away. And Lato on the site gets 2 1-digs, and that's it. GODSENT steal a round away. Nice pop onto A, and extra insurance provided by Taco. This felt like it got out of hand very quickly for Party Astronauts. Taco swings out, and okay, good support flashes from Dumao. That made that a free fight.
Yeah, so well done. Boom, boom.
Oh man,
that is hard to deal with. 6-3. Money has been disrupted again on the side of the Astronauts.
Yeah, half buy comes out for him. Ponalone with the Mag 7, and they're playing a double cave setup. Lato seems to be the one tasked with the A responsibilities this time around. But GODSENT, they just go for a more passive default. They know what kind of buy they're up against, and they just want to take their time with this, not overstep, not put themselves in a bad situation where a kill is untradeable. You can even see that at A main this time, they double up.
Be great for Ponalone if someone wanted to get close on that cave. It's one of the few positions on this map where the Mag 7 could do some real damage.
Yeah.
And he's still outside of the B-bomb side, though. GODSENT, I mean, we've already seen they don't mind waiting until 20 seconds, so they're not even under pressure yet.
No, they're definitely at home with this setup so far. They haven't really expressed intent in either direction, although they still have Barton posted up at A main, so probably indicates a late A split, and Taco already taking Donut. Yeah, it does seem like A will be the objective in this one.
Yeah, setting up for it. 3 men here. Taco, though, yeah, this is just a perfect opening on all 3 players. Not much that they could have done. Again, leaving it kind of low on the clock. Okay, that's something at least. Always satisfying with the Mag 7 kills.
That actually changes the outlook of next round. I mean, Ponalone could justify a double op now. He even has armor already, so it wouldn't even be a glass cannon. So that's a great pickup for him in terms of the frag and the gun, because he can pass that on to DJ, who already has armor too. It's the little things like that, little victories for Party Astronauts. If you were a Party Astronaut, what would you do when you touch down?
Oh, you've been spending all time on space with the same 5 people for like months and months and months.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question. I feel like the most boring. I feel like it'd be so scary to be around like too many people, but I'm also like a super introvert, so maybe like I'd be like I'd scale slowly into it, you know.
Yeah, you gotta reacquaint yourself.
Yeah, so basically what I'm saying is I'd go from being around very few people to even fewer people.
One dystrophied muscle at a time and get yourself back into things.
Oh, that's I don't know. Some people have that as a childhood dream. That's never something that I've really thought about.
I've kind of liked the idea, but once you learn more of the reality of it, it becomes kind of frightening.
Nearly as sexy, no. John G, nice push out. DJ on the follow up. Okay.
All right.
Some aggression to take some of the map control away from GODSENT here. That's a nice working algorithm for them at the moment.
Gotta like that opener from Party Astronauts. No space for GODSENT at all now. They're just trapped behind a smoke and basically in their own spawn. And that is another smoke. Taco considers it. They're just gonna wear the clock down. They might even just save, actually.
Yeah, I don't. There's no better plan, is there?
No.
I guess, again, we talked about how they sort of looked a little bit like they were maybe disrespecting Party Astronauts a little bit. So if you really feel like, all right, you know what? Let's just do it. I guess that's the only way, if you were in that mentality, that you think, you know what, we can definitely beat them up. But realistically, they should try and save these.
Okay, this is a question. I'm going to modify a question that in our downtime, Alex Machine Richardson posed to both of us, which was that, would you stay, he said, would you stay in the International Space Station for 3 months? And we all kind of came to the conclusion, yeah, we probably would. But I'm going to up the ante. Would you do it for 9 months?
9 months.
It's a long time to be up there in space. And you're with, let's say you're with 5 other people.
That part wouldn't bother me. I would. Okay. I could think I could stay there for 9 months alone. I know people always bring this up as like, oh, but you'd go crazy. I don't think I would. I think I'd be fine on that front. But 9 months. The thing is, because it's such a unique thing, it's so hard to say no to. Right? You feel like you feel like you probably would have to say, yeah, you know what? Actually, that's it.
How long would it have to be for you to say no then? 2 years?
Yeah, I think at that point you're missing a lot of life.
There's some Earth FOMO that you're getting. Yeah.
And also everyone you know, it just might be too much at that point in time.
Right. You're gonna miss a couple of your kids' birthdays. You're gonna miss out on developing and maintaining relationships in your life. You're gonna miss a lot of Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
No one wants that.
Even worse.
Yeah, even worse.
I guess you could get updates.
Players might start retiring and you'll be like, I didn't even get to watch you as much as I wanted. Imagine you go to space for 2 years and you come back and Simple's retired.
Oh.
That would be the worst. You just missed everything.
Yeah, unacceptable.
That's not okay. It's not okay. And let's say he won 2 more majors as you're up there.
Yeah.
Imagine missing that.
No one could. Yeah, so at a minimum you'd need like, I don't know what kind of internet they get.
Yeah.
There surely must be some way to relay messages. So
right,
you know?
like in Interstellar, the late messages that you get.
I'll go to space, but only if I can stream Counter-Strike. That's the takeaway.
With the stream open, I'll do it.
12th round. Okay, they're trying to go back to what worked before with the aggression, and they get traded pretty effectively this time. Even when flashed, Lado able to pick up the kill on Ben Lead. Oh, wow. That's a nice headshot. A lot of confidence on Lado again. DJ, yeah, not sure, but wanted to put that out before he got into trouble. 3 versus 2, but they're bringing the bomb back. They're saying, all right, leave Lado in that bomb site, go back and see if you can defeat Peter over on that side.
Taco does like a lot of the mid-rounds to end up at A. When you put so much pressure at B, it does get the CTs out of position, and Taco, this is a tough clear for Taco, and it's not gonna happen. Peter makes it a 2-on-2, and Lado, he's also going through CT, but Henny, this should be a freebie for him. Finds DJ. They know Peter's position at this point, which is why Lado slowed down. And Peter, he has a feeling he knows where Lado is, because Lado got a couple of kills on that B side earlier. So there's not a lot of options for Peter. He doesn't even have a smoke. He has to just win the fight outright.
Tanked up a bit. Yeah, with the smoke, it would have made a huge difference. He could have definitely gone for it and just hoped that they were going to miss the shot with the AWP, but instead he has to make a run for it. 8 rounds on the side of GODSENT. On the T side as well of Ancient is hard to imagine that they're not going to be able to win this map now.
That's more than enough.
It has to be, right?
Yeah. It feels like for Ancient nowadays, if you get 6, you're quite satisfied, given that it's probably your map pick and you have a 6 CT side. 8 is definitely where GODSENT want to be. Although, when they played against Liquid, they didn't get a single CT round. They lost out once they switched over to the defense.
That is true.
So they probably have a few things they need to iron out.
So that's super unusual, so I don't expect to see a replay of that, but you're right, that is worth pointing out. What if you had to go live underwater instead, like deep? I feel like that's even scarier. I thought somehow that feels way more claustrophobic to me, yeah.
The thing is with underwater, it does feel like you have a lot of cool stuff to explore. If you have the tools to explore, those deep sea critters are pretty freaky in a cool way.
That's true. Okay, so there could be something there, a little bit of an upside.
Whereas in space, you basically get the shock value of, all right, that's planet Earth from a distance, and after that, what are you even doing? You're just floating through and repairing a space station that keeps on breaking and keeps getting pelted by just little debris that's just floating in our atmosphere.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna want me to repair this.
No spacewalks for you?
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Okay.
Spend your time looking for aliens, obviously, Maui. That's
just sending out signals, hoping for a return.
Of course, yeah. Oh, Dimao, good angle here. And Peter, there's not much he can do. He has to keep that AWP up. He can't really, if he commits to it and throws it away, then it's probably even worse. So they're trying to hunt him down. Nice little flick up, catching Barton, jumping. But it's 9-4 in favor of GODSENT. They are doing all of the work right now.
Yep. It would be cool to see a lot of this stuff. I would want to, if my journey involved going to the moon, I'd be very interested.
Okay.
Even if it's 9 months, I would be incredibly interested.
More than space, the moon specifically.
Yes.
And I'm assuming you mean our moon.
Yes, absolutely our moon. Yes. It'd be cool to visit Titan too, but I think it takes years to get there with current technology.
Oh, Titan's definitely not the one. Io is the one.
Oh, Io.
It's got like rounded, I don't know if year makes sense, but basically volcanic eruptions all over the surface.
Oh man, you want to visit that?
Yeah. Because the moon is getting pulled between 2 different planetary objects, so that the gravitational keeps like its insides liquid.
Oh, it's just unstable.
Awesome. Very cool. Anyway, it's a 4-on-5. They've made another opening this time, taking down DJ Barton, swinging for it. Ben Lead coming in. That is actually a big double kill, and it could have saved him if there had been any space for his teammates to help him out. But he was kind of fighting that on his own. You see both these other positions are smoked off from the outset, so anyone upon alone, he couldn't even have pushed forward to help him out. He just had to basically let him be on his own. Bomb is planted, and they've actually managed to swing it back into a 2-on-3. Penny looking for a lot of damage, but they're running him down. John G able to beat him to the punch. Now it's Dumao getting the 1 and then getting straight traded from Pwn alone. It's another round finally for Party Astronauts. It's been far and few between. The most they've had is 2 consecutive rounds. Otherwise, it's been stretched out throughout this first half. So they need desperately this 6th round. They need to win the pistol on the second half. They need so much work to get back in this game.
Absolutely, but shout out Benjamin Lee. Excellent side hold, made that all possible, and Pwn alone on top of that. 2 late round frags. Keeping that op alive, which Peter's been doing, is actually paid off for them. And this retake, it all starts with Pwn alone finding that kill through the smoke, or as the smoke is fading, and really, honestly, nice job from Party Astronauts. This is how a typical Ancient round should look, but yeah, GODSENT's just done such a good job at manipulating the defense, and oftentimes they're winning opening duels like that.
And now, this defense, speaking of manipulation, is completely in disarray. They're kind of making their way back. I think they've realized, yeah, Taco is kind of playing on his own out there, which in itself, that is a bit of a switch up because normally that would have been Henny out there. So I'm actually a little bit impressed that Party Astronauts are reacting really well to that Taco aggression. They've got a good read. They understand that, yep, this is going to be an A attack. John G, not able to connect through the smoke on anyone there. Dumao is real close. Ponalone, yeah, he gets the leg shot, but they double up. John G comes in and drops them both in return. 2 versus 3. Over a minute left for GODSENT to find a way to get back into this round.
Nice lineup for Jonji there. A little surprising GODSENT never were able to plant the bomb. But they have a lot of options available. But the only problem is they have no info to speak of. They have no idea where any of the astronauts are. They are out there with no signal.
Yeah, that's always a bit concerning. A lot of noise being made by Lado running up into the bomb site. So DJ has a very good idea what's coming, but ooh, yeah, doesn't see. Knife out, just had no idea. And that's the bomb on the ground. Taco winning that one fight in the middle against PTR, but only 22 seconds. It shouldn't be doable, and it won't be. 9-6 at the end. At the very least, Party Astronauts get a little bit towards the end of the half. We'll see if they can continue and do some more in the second half. It's coming up after the break.
Hey Future Pros! Taking mid as a T can open so many options while playing Ancient. Throwing mid smokes from spawn is quick, but also means you could be locked out if the CT's utility is on point. So these mid smokes I'll show you will be great for a slightly delayed mid take. For this mini execute you'll need 2 Future Pros, 2 smokes and possibly a molly to be safe. Future Pro number 1. You'll be throwing the top mid smoke. To throw the smoke, position yourself so this wall meets the edge of this highlighted brick while crouched. Aim just below this dark spot on the edge of the shadow. Then jump through the smoke. Not too hard, right? Future Pro number 2. You'll be throwing the donut, Lara, cube, whatever you want to call it, smoke. To throw this, stand against the wall in the middle of this window frame. Find this gap in the trees and aim just to the left of the center of the opening. Then simply throw the smoke. Just like that, mid-doorway and donut will be blocked. A note for these nades, it helps greatly if you have a fellow T somewhat holding the B lane so you can't be peeked from the ledge area. Also, if you don't have early info on the cutout position, lob a basic molly in there as a sneaky CT could really ruin your day.
Embrace your destiny, slay your enemy, raise a legacy. No more apologies.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Party Astronauts versus GODSENT. We're on the second map, second half, and it's Ancient with a really, really good lead for GODSENT. 9-6 might not seem like a lot, but given the structure of this map, it probably is. So party might be coming to an end. We might be reaching that point in time when they turn on the lights in the club and you have like that moment of existential dread. You realize, what am I doing in this basement with these weird people? That's
You know, that is surprisingly relatable for me.
Yeah.
I've been there a multitude of times.
Never a good feeling, is it? Here we go. Right into the B bomb site. A lot of speed behind this. I love it. John G quick with the bomb plant. They're going to try and see if they could maybe just brute force this problem. And it's a pistol round, so why not? Covering the flank is Benleet. Taco, he's been slowed down. The rest of GODSENT are going to have to make an opening for Taco and actually draw some people away. Otherwise, he might not be able to make it through. Oh, Benleet, he really wants... Don't get too curious. Oh, that's a nice shot.
Hard cleared. That was the Battle of the Mines, but Barton on the site, Battle of the Brawn. 3 kills for Barton in the span of just a couple seconds. Now it's suddenly a 3-on-1. Benleet with that USP can't find anything more. Barton, wow, out of nowhere. And in the blink of an eye, he takes everybody down on that bomb site.
That was incredible for Ben. And
yeah.
That actually is a really, really good, and then it just blows up behind him. All of his teammates get wiped out. That is so unfortunate. 10-6. They desperately needed that. They got onto the bomb site in a really great way. Everything was lined up nicely for them.
Yeah, that was that was looking pretty good for Party Astronauts. It's just that Barton, anybody who tested him felt his wrath. That was incredibly swift shooting. And again, Barton just kind of has these moments, and we keep liking those moments a lot, Anders. The ones where it just feels like he's got to come up with something incredibly quickly for GODSENT, whether it's in a defensive position or even an aggressive one like that. Like his mechanics, his aim is incredibly fast.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like he's that impacted by the stress of some of these situations, which is a really common way for a player to drop in performance, is when you throw him into these high tense, high pressure situation. It doesn't seem like he's really being affected by it.
Yeah.
Any nice triple. He's down to 11 health, but pretty much clearing that out. The bomb committed to the B bomb site on top of it. And Benleet sneaking around with a not so sneaky weapon. Not subtle at all, in fact.
No, he got spotted out by Barton. Just wanted to get the round over with. There's a case for trying to play every round out and extend it, but there's also a case for just getting to the next one so your teammates can get back in the action. Especially when you're the in-game leader, you're usually just thinking about how do we win, and you're not going to win if you're Ben in that situation under any circumstance.
Speaking of living under the ocean or in the ocean, have you ever seen this movie called The Sphere?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, that's a movie for you to watch then.
Okay.
That movie had that's a good movie. You'd enjoy it. John G pushing through. Nice surprise for Taco, taking him down. Clears a little bit of an opening, perhaps. Dumao, though, is quickly back towards Donut, and they're getting picked apart. They wanted to get that bomb plant, but Dumao was there at the right time to stop that from happening, and 12-6. Starting to look really, really grim at the moment. Doubling the round score. They're 4 rounds away from taking the series. Yeah, GODSENT, they've looked so confident in this game right now.
Yeah, there's not too much to be happy about in terms of where Party Astronauts are in this game. It's not... The rounds that they won, they tried to repeat that success. So I do like that they had that approach, but GODSENT always found an answer, whether that was, say, a lane push, but okay, wait a second. Wow, this is interesting. John G just snuck past Dumao, and he's made his way into Donut. Dumao, he seems to sense that this is possible. He is checking, actually. Ooh. But he might not know that John G got this far. There's no way he knew, because Barton would have known by then. Although he'll find the return, John G gets another in CT spawn.
Yeah, while he was basically getting shot in the back, he still managed to pick that up, so that is definitely worth it. Nice swing for Benleet. That actually looked so good. AK to drop him, and Lado and Taco 2 versus 4 now. And looks like Lado's already kind of quit the round. Taco wants to stick around and do a little bit of damage. He's going to take Benleet at the very least, but that was a creative way to construct that round. And I agree, it did look for a minute like Dumao was thinking about it. He's like, did someone walk through? What's happening here?
He sensed it was possible. He started checking out his nearby area, but John G was well past his field of view. That's a fun way to get around. It's interesting that both players decide to just go into the smoke simultaneously. I feel like that's just a very American thing. By American, I mean North and South American thing.
Yeah, hang out in there.
Yeah.
See if you can make it work. I mean, there's a lot to be said for it, right? It's just a lot of the time you actually just end up bumping into, if you're both in there, right? You bump into each other and it usually awkward.
Yeah.
Okay, well that takes a lot away from GODSENT. They have to spend almost all of their money. They upgrade into a double AWP in this round. They're going to be looking to see if they can close out this game before Party Astronauts start to feel a little bit more confident. Hanging around the edge of the Molotov will get Lado burned a bit at least. Pretty common setup for the defense right now.
Chanji's already taken control of Cave. This is a great position, and Lado, he doesn't even want to test it. Given that he only has 25 HP, he can't necessarily face that smoke for fear of being spammed. Oh, nice flash. And that's a great jiggle from DJ, gives him a lot of info. But it does still seem like Party Astronauts are intent on finishing towards this B site.
Taco now swapped in instead, it tagged into this fight. He's moving all the way into the corner, and do they realize Jonji? Great awareness, he does absolutely brilliantly played. He could have just as well assumed that no one was there and they'd fallen back already. Now he wants to see if he could double it up. They're going to find Henny as well. Creating so much space right now, Jonji. Trying to make the play to open up this whole thing and even pushing through. Oh, catching and reloading. It's all working out really well.
This has got to be a round victory for Party Astronauts. Dumao still pressing on forward. And, oh man, that actually forced Peter into Barton's scope. Smokes down on Cave. They're going for this retake here.
Questionable, I would say at best. They don't have smokes or anything, so they could try and go for some kind of crazy defuse. Nice flick on one of them. Barton trying again. He has to find him inside. Oh, and he no-scopes him. Comes back out, and he has time for the defuse. What a ridiculous clutch from Barton.
Oh, man, you got to feel so bad for Party Astronauts there, but that is an excellent round from Barton. This team has had multiple offers over its time. Barton, actually, not always the guy to pick it up. A lot of times it was more Dumao and even Lado sometimes, but man, Barton makes a case for himself there. That was excellent from him and Dumao.
Yeah, I'm so shocked that it worked out that way. This first one, you're right. Peter kind of forced out from the pressure on the other side. This looks impossible to win. This does not look winnable on any level. Smoke and everything. He's just walking right into him. 13-7. What a gut-wrenching turn of events here for Party Astronauts. That looked like they could have got up to 8-12 right then and there, and that would have broken the economy on the GODSENT side. Everything would have worked out for them.
It actually starts becoming a very competitive map too, if that round goes the way of Party Astronauts, especially given the fact that GODSENT were actually full sending it onto the bomb site, and if they lost everything, yeah, the money would have been in Party Astronauts' favor. But now Party Astronauts, they're back to square one. They're down a man. They're going for some late mid control here. Taco's already found one victim. Might make it two. Okay, this is all about timing for Taco now. If he finds this swing when they're not looking, it's free. But if he lets them peek into him with a flash, he's done for.
Yeah, he's kind of committed to it as well. Oh, now it's very awkward. How do you get out? Molotovs are following it up. He's trying to stay safe, and he's so dead. Oh, there was no good answer for that one. Lado is on his own at the B bomb side, though. Maybe they could swing this after all. Started to make some noise. Lado surely calling that in, saying, yeah, I need some backup. Henny's coming in from the other side. Some kind of a crossfire, but it's going to get broken up right away. Got to be careful you don't shoot your teammate here. And Lado's in the corner. Wait.
They spot him. Yeah. Okay. All right. This is very similar. Oh, man. Barton right through the smoke. 8 seconds left. DJ's got to punch in those digits. Oh, the spam tags him as well. He's down to 1 HP, just barely getting the bomb down. They do finish the kill off, and Barton, he's still here and waiting. Peter falls. all down to Pone alone in a 1-on-3. This was looking so good for Party Astronauts just seconds ago, and now it's up to the Opper of Party Astronauts. Finds the first, but the trade is right there. GODSENT, they're too clean with the retake. They have too much pressure on the bomb site, and they put themselves onto a 14th.
Oh, I can't believe it. These rounds look so winnable. They get into these bomb sites in a nice way. They actually have the man advantage, but every single time, just a couple of hiccups. Shot for the smoke. I mean, even the follow-up bomb plant almost going down. And then it turns out in favor of GODSENT. 14-7. Double up. And they are obviously going to buy whatever they can here on the T side.
Party Astronauts on their last legs.
Yeah.
And there is tons of gravity.
The burning up, re-entering the atmosphere.
Oh, yeah.
It's not good.
Yep. It's, Houston, we might have a problem. Just have to use that one. Just literally. I can't avoid it.
Now is the time for it. They might not have many rounds left, so go all in. Tumao getting that kill on alone. Oh, Spam working out a bit better on the CT side there, and actually way better now that Lado's joined the party. Henny, good shot to take down GJ, and they don't even really get onto the bomb side this time. They're just getting picked apart on the outskirts. Nice look at the edge. John G. He's been good a number of rounds for getting these openings. I mean, he's 20 kills right now. He's actually doing so much work, but they're not winning the rounds behind it, unfortunately.
No, those were some nice frags to find, but there's still a long road for this round. Taco has some excellent positioning. He'll also secure some information with this peek towards the lane side. And Barton's already holding such an advanced angle. You're never going to expect that if you're John G. This late into the round, that's just unthinkable for an op to be posted there. That is so frustrating. And Ben Lee, he's trying to piece it together, but that op is all the way already posted at A main. This is, man, he might think he's even escaping from it. He might think it's in Donut by now.
Yeah.
That's not true at all.
So annoying, yeah. I mean, there's no way for him to really figure that out even. 15-7 in a 23rd round. No bomb plant, so they'll still obviously force whatever they can into the round, but it's not looking good right now.
No. This is not a great position to be in for Party Astronauts. Although, it does seem like GODSENT may be able to secure their first series in this group.
Yeah, and I think they're definitely gonna be excited about that. Getting a chance to see some different people flex a little bit in this series as well. Henny doing some good work. Taco obviously on the first map. Barton on this one really doing a lot. So they're taking turns. Nice opening from DJ.
Yeah, he just snuck in a cave. He did not care about what normal timings were or what the normal stance of the CT should be. He just got in there, and this is kind of a random round for Party Astronauts. They're sneaking all over the place, and this is kind of the round they needed. They needed to throw the playbook out the window to find some sort of success. Barton still is able to take down PTR, and suddenly it's a 4-on-2 in the favor of the Astronauts.
Turns out when you get 3 opening kills in a round, it's almost locked in. You've almost got it, 100%. You
still have to say almost. We've seen disaster strike.
It can happen. If you try real hard, you can throw those rounds away, but
doesn't look like this will be one of them.
No, good on them. The comeback, though, again, given the way that this map tends to tilt, it's very hard to believe in.
It's so unlikely.
John G's playing this all in kind of. You can almost tell he's taking it upon himself every round now to just. I'm going to find an opening.
Yeah,
I just have to because we're going to lose if I don't. So
right,
go for it.
It's looking like an impossible mission, almost like landing on a distant asteroid headed for Earth and needing to blow up that asteroid to save humanity. Just an impossible mission. Never could happen.
Drilling holes in the asteroid. Ridiculous. Yeah. We need to return to some of those movies a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh man, 15-8. They still have something to work with. They managed to save that AWP and the M4 on Dumao. MP9 picked up on Bonson, so But yeah, economically, there is an opening here for Party Astros. Barton's going to be flashed in, and he's running them down. It's a slaughter outside of the B-bomb site. Dumao coming in from the other angle, and that takes away a lot of hope for Party Astronauts.
It's looking really grim here. No space for Party Astronauts. It does seem like they want to go for a late mid-take, though. And they will be afforded that space. This is not too bad of an opener for them. Unless Lado goes for a dry swing, it would normally be ill-advised, but with the confidence that GODSENT are showing, I can't put it past him. I simply can't.
Lado, forward position. Can be flashed if you have a deep flash coming in from the T side of middle. But if they're just going to walk around the corner, I mean, I think even DJ maybe could throw the flashbang from his side right now, but slowly escaping his Lado while they were thinking about it. Under 50 seconds. It's a pretty good lean towards the B side of the map. So they should have a good chance of defending this one.
They're playing so safe, and they're actually so compact here towards B that the crossfires are going to be there. Lado's just holding utility. Unless he gets caught out with this smoke, which he won't, this is going to be a very strong setup for GODSENT.
Smoking that cave behind them, making sure no one's going to come through. They're all running up the ramp. Oh, this is very hard to break through. Molotov actually does land in the corner, but it's just too late. Benlead on his own, trying to fight it 1 versus 5. Fakes it out a single time, 10 seconds on the clock. They're inside of the smoke, trying to find him with a knife. It's going to be the AWP instead, and a 16-8 victory. Nicely done on GODSENT, taking down Party Astronauts in a 2-0 fashion.
Very convincing stuff from GODSENT there. It's exactly what this team needed. They've been having some struggles early on in the group. We saw a little bit more impact from Henny. That's been a guy that the desk has been talking about. It's been rough for GODSENT, but they're turning a new page.
Yeah, getting things in the right direction. You like to see it. And hopefully that'll continue going into the future a little bit too. So, yeah, nice end to the day for them. We'll see what the desk says when we come back after the break.
Will be the first map, T-side start for SK Gaming. Ladies and gentlemen, the grand final. Cloud9 versus SK Gaming. Let's make some noise!